that one?
Not bad. Although...
Hey, Eric!
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Wait a minute, I thought you said that wasn't a bad move.
It wasn't. For me.
I don't think I'll ever be able to trust you again.
You know, we could play this up on my computer.
Oh, good. Could you maybe program that to make me a better chess player?
Sorry, Mom, I can't perform miracles.
Come on, you're impossible. Let's go. Oh, let's see. Aha. Oh, by the way, tonight, I want you to wear those blue slacks when we go out tonight, all right?
Where are we going?
Going over to the Redlands for dinner, don't you remember? I talked to you about it this morning at breakfast.
No, I don't.
It doesn't make any difference. He's not going to go anyway.
I don't understand it. According to Stacy, the only flowers that Kate got came from Lee Carruthers.
It's possible he could have sent her flowers too, isn't it?
Pink carnations, like I did? If that's the case, what happened to mine?
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Probably. What are you thinking?
That skunk got to him before she did and passed him off as his.
No. It's possible, isn't it?
I think I'm going to vote for Wainwright.
Vote on the issue, not on the man, Lucy.
Oh, whoever does that. So what are you going to do about it?
Well, a little investigative work to begin with, and if we're right, a little record straightening.
Well, I'm sure if Ione were here, she'd have something warm and wise to say. However, in her absence, all I can say is, give the dirty dog his due.
Well, I think that's very suitable. Well, who's next?
Mr. Foster.
Foster.
Quick, hide under the desk.
What?
Dave, too late.
Oh, hello, Nancy.
I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, Lucia, why don't you take Mr. Foster into number 3 and get him ready? I'm sure this will only take a few moments.
Mr. Foster.
Look, Dave, I'm going to lay it on the line with you. You've always told me to be straight, and remember you were saying that I should just face the facts?
Yeah, I'm surprised you do. You were drunk at the time.
Yeah, well, what would you do if you were in my case? I mean, I've lost all my money. I've got no place to stay.
Anything but drink, Nancy. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, look, can we talk over here maybe or something?
Yeah, sure.
Look, you know, I woke up this morning and I was thinking about what you were saying about facing the facts and that. This is my situation. I've got $2.36 in my wallet. That's all I have. The last meal I ate was yesterday afternoon. I stayed in a room that had roaches in it last night.
And you've consumed a great deal of cheap whiskey from the smell of it. Tell me, Nancy, were you going to add that to this litany?
Why wouldn't Eric come with me tonight?
Because we have other plans. We're going over to the planetarium and then the coach house for dinner.
Well, you never said anything to me about
I
this.
certainly did. I wanted you to come, but you said you didn't think you'd be interested.
You did, Mom.
Well, that's very funny because I don't remember anything about that.
Well, let's not have your faulty memory standing in our way of good fun, right, Eric?
Wait a minute. I think it was tomorrow night we were supposed to go there.
No. It's tonight. I'm positive.
Why don't you change your mind and come with us, Mom?
Well, Carla's planning a special meal. I hardly think it would be polite to cancel out on her now.
I agree. So why don't you go and have a good time? We don't mind.
I guess not.
I have something else planned, too, for the afternoon.
No, wait a minute. We have some
How
plans.
would you
We're
like
already-
to go over to Kingsley College and see the old neighborhood? And even perhaps see your dad's old office?
That'd be great. I wonder if Johnny Thompson still lives there.
I don't know. Miriam, do you know?
I don't know. I think I read something about his father being transferred up to state or something as head of the English department.
Well, I wish I could see him.
Oh, come on now, Eric. You're bound to see some of the children up there that you know.
Okay. You don't mind if we don't finish this, do you, Mom?
I think it's just about finished anyway.
Eric, what time is it?
It's... Oh no, my TV wristwatch.
Did you lose it?
I know, upstairs next to my bed.
You had it all the time?
Certainly. Grandfather has to teach his grandson responsibility.
Can't believe this. What is this, a little miniature television set? Where did you get this?
I had one of my business associates from Japan send it over there. Brand new over there, but they won't be available here until Christmas. Now, there's a power pack that goes with it that he has upstairs. And by the way, I don't want to hear any objections. We agreed that this was an early birthday present.
A little bit of an expensive one, maybe?
Very reasonable as these things go.
It's gone. Someone stole it, Grandpa.
Oh, really?
Come on, Daddy, they didn't steal it.
No, but they very well could have if you continue to be as careless as you are. Now, I found this on the bathroom sink.
You had better be a little more careful with it, Eric. That band is a little bit loose, too.
I will. Isn't it neat, Mom?
Yes, it's neat, it's neat. Welcome to the 21st century. Hello? Yes, this is she. Yes, go ahead. Paul, hello.
It's Dan.
How are you? Well, everything's just fine here.
When is he coming over from England?
What? Yes. Well, listen, I hope he is, too. We're having a great time. Yeah, just a second. You what?
Eric, when you talk to your father, don't tell him about the presents. I don't know whether he'd understand that, all right?
Okay.
I think maybe we should be able to talk about this a little more later or something. Or why don't you talk to Eric about it first? Right. Here, this is your father.
Hey, Dad. Boy, is it great to be back here. Yeah?
Well, if I have been drinking, it's because my situation has gotten out of hand.
Oh, sure. What'll be your excuse the next time?
Look, I don't need to hear this.
Oh, yes, you do. Because if you don't hear it from me or somebody like me, you're in big trouble, Nancy. Like the winos who camp out on our doorstep in the wintertime.
Aren't you being just a little bit dramatic?
You came here for a few bucks, right? Just
Yes.
enough to keep you going until you got back on your feet?
Yes.
And if I give it to you, what'll you spend it on?
Well, food, a decent meal.
Oh, very good. Spoken very convincingly.
I will.
All right, you've got your decent meal.
Oh, great, thanks. How much can you spare?
Not a dime. But I'll take you to Leon's Diner when I'm done.
Oh.
Well, how about it?
Well, you're expecting me to say no, that the only thing I want is the money. Well, that's fine, that's fine.
Oh, great. Have a seat. I shouldn't be too long.
Fine.
But I want you to understand something, Nancy. We're going to have a very serious talk over this meal, and I'm going to expect a few answers from you.
You are? That's just about a month from now. I can't wait to see you again. Well, I think I have. But I guess you just have to ask Mom. I will. Okay. See you then. Bye. He wants to talk to you again.
Okay, thank you.
Ask him if Eric can stay with us all summer.
Right.
I don't think he's gonna let me, Grandpa.
Hello
Yes,
again. Hello.
He would if he said you could, couldn't
I guess.
Good.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm happy for you. So when will it be published? Oh, and it'll be here instead of in England, huh? So how long will you be staying here? Well, that's just short, uh-huh.
Ask him.
Paul, We were just wondering, we've all just been having such a good time and everything, so we were thinking that maybe, if you wouldn't mind, Eric could stay with us for the rest of the summer.
What's he saying?
Paul, it's only for another month or month and a half or so. Come on, it's been such a long time.
I get the feeling the answer's no.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, right. Just drop us a line whenever you get the exact date or anything. I'm sorry. I am obviously disappointed. Yes, I'm trying to. Bye. Definitely and positively no.
How long's he going to be here?
For about a week or so. He said he'll be flying into Kingsley to pick up Eric, and then he'll go on up to New York with the two of them to meet with the publisher. So we're just gonna have to make the most of all the time that we have together, huh?
Well, I think we'd better start right now. You ready, Eric?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, go ahead and have fun.
Mim, don't be too long at the Redlands tonight. You and I have a lot to discuss.
Daddy, I don't think we have much of a choice in this thing, really.
We'll see about that.
Hi, Chuck. Is Miriam around?
Yes, Eric?
Hey, Tiger, how you doing? Give me 5.
He's fine, he's fine. Come on, let's
Hi,
go,
Babs,
Eric.
come on in. Have fun, Eric.
We will.
Bye-bye.
Oh, come on in, have a seat.
Thanks. So what's the matter, kiddo?
Nothing. Everything. I'm losing my son if he stays here, and I'm losing him if he goes back to England.
Look, maybe we better start at the beginning with this. What's going on with Eric?
That was Paul that just called from England, and he's coming over here to take Eric back with him in a month.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I'm really sorry. But it's not like you didn't know this was going to happen, though, right?
Well, I realize that, but I was just kind of hoping that he could spend the rest of the summer with us. But I guess I'd forgotten just how much Paul hates the carpenter money. I mean, up until now, our exchanges had been cool but polite. But he certainly let me know how he feels about this issue. Babs, he doesn't think that I've changed any. It just hurts.
Oh, yeah? Well, you just get the bum on the phone, and I'll set him straight.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't
You bet I would.
you? Well, unfortunately, Babs, it's going to take time to convince him. And also, unfortunately, it's true, the way he feels about the carpenter money. I mean, I get so angry with that father of mine. You know, every time I turn around, Eric has a new gadget or something, courtesy of Daddy. I mean, did you see all the stuff he was wearing as he walked out of here just now?
You mean his clothes?
No, I mean the watch. I mean, how could you miss it, really, with all of that stuff? It's a miniature television set.
You gotta be kidding.
I'm not kidding. I am very serious. I mean, now my son can mindlessly go through life seeing TV anytime he wants to or anywhere. And, oh, of course, I shouldn't mention about the cost. It maybe costs $1,000 or so, but I'm not to get upset about that kind of thing, no.
$1,000?
Oh, that's nothing, Babs. You should see his bedroom. Why, it's a little bit reminiscent of the NASA control room. Again, courtesy of Daddy, but nothing is too good for Daddy's grandson.
You know, it seems to me that this has all happened before with a little girl named Miriam.
Yeah, it sure did. My father, who can only relate through gifts.
Well, then say something.
I have said something. I have. What do you think? He just keeps coming back to me with lines about, I'm preparing Eric to be a leader. He's got to be a carpenter. Can you imagine when Paul hears that one?
Well, I still say that as the mother, you have the greater control.
Well, don't you think I've been trying to do something here? I mean, I talk to him, I have little chats, and we talk about what the really important things are in life. Then Daddy comes along. They go upstairs, and with the help of this R2D2 or something, they start working concepts about net worth and maximizing real capital and, oh.
Well, you gotta admit, I mean, the kid is gonna come into some change someday. I mean, it wouldn't hurt him to learn certain things.
Well, it isn't good for him to learn facts like that. I mean, it's not just the facts, it's attitudes, and he is learning the wrong attitudes.
Well, okay, maybe he is learning the wrong attitudes from your father.
But from you, he's learning there's another way to live. And also, and I'm surprised that I'm the one that has to tell you this and not you, you're not giving this God of yours very much credit.
You know, Eric, there isn't anybody here that's either of our two ages. Aren't you going to feel a little out of place here?
Come on, Grandpa. I love the huddle. Dad used to take me here all the time.
All right.
Come on, let's sit over there. This is where one of Dad's students threw up when he told her she'd flunked his course.
Oh, marvelous. I certainly hope they mopped it up since then.
And see that table over there? I saw a football player pick it up and throw it at a guy who was sneaking around with his girlfriend.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to the young lady.
Hey guys, what's happening?
Hi.
I gather that you're going to take our order?
More or less. Hey, don't nobody move. Man, that sucker's been getting away from me all day.
You almost got him.
Yeah, almost. So what's it gonna be?
Another restaurant.
Come on, Grandpa, you promised.
Yeah, don't let the flies get you down. And let me tell you something. They're worse down the street at Hot Eddie's.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. All right, a root beer for my grandson, and I don't suppose that you have the makings of a martini, do you?
Say what?
Never mind, just bring me some coffee.
Yeah, all right.
Well, you were a big hit this afternoon.
I was?
Yes, indeed. You know, your ability to talk intelligently and politely to just anybody is going to make you go far. That's the carpenter in you.
You mean the way I talked to Dean Clark and Miss O'Connor?
That is exactly what I mean.
But they're old friends. I wasn't doing anything special.
Well, you see, you didn't talk to them as a child. You talked to them as a young adult. And I was very proud of you.
I was just being myself. Besides, Dad says I'll never go wrong as long as I do that.
That's right.
There you go.
Thanks.
Hey, look at that.
It's neat, isn't it?
Hey, that's not real, is it?
Sure is, look.
Man, that is really something. Hey, have you got an antenna behind your ear?
Thank you. That'll be all.
Yeah, sure. Look, if you need anything else, just holler.
Eric, your mother's right. The band on that is much too loose. Now, why don't you just keep it off?
Okay,
You want me to keep it for you?
that's okay. I'll just stick it in my pocket. It should be safe enough there.
All right. Well, now be careful with it, of course.
I will. Come on, Grandpa, let's go play some pinball.
Oh, I don't think so.
Would you mind if I did?
Well, sure. Do you have enough change?
Yeah.
All right.
But have your feelings towards Russ changed at all? I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel any differently than I did a month ago. And considering all that's happened, I don't think that's a very good sign. Why not? Because of the crisis that Russ and I have been through. You think that would have strengthened what I feel about him, or at least clarified what I feel. But, you know, I think that's what happened to me in the past, and it just didn't happen that way this time. Didn't it help you to see anything at all? Yes, it did. It helped me realize that Russ can change, and that he really is searching. And if he does make that change, then I'm going to have to make my choice. Mrs. Davidson, if you're really in love with someone, shouldn't it be overwhelming? See, I used to feel that way about Russ. But now I feel like I could just as easily make a decision not to love him as to love him. And the thing that bothers me also is that I think I could be just as happy either way.
But in a way, isn't that what you've been praying for so long? To be able to let your head make that decision rather than just your heart.
Here you go, Allison. Well, hi there.
Oh, hi, Ben. I was just on my way in to see Lori.
Who?
Your wife, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Well, how is she doing?
Actually, I don't know. I've seen her a grand total of a minute and a half today. Very busy. She seems fine, though.
Your visit should be very welcome then.
Hey, would you take her a message for me?
Dr. Martin,
Hold on a second.
it's Dr. Galvin.
Eric, if we're gonna make the early show at the planetarium, we better get going. Boy?
Name's Monroe, Monroe Lassiter.
Well, whatever. I'd like my check, please.
Yeah.
Careful, Eric. Careful. Oh, I guess I pay this at the register. All right. Let's go. Come on.
So that's 2 cheeseburgers, 2 fries, and 2 chocolate shakes. Hey, kid! They'll be back.
Yes, Marge. What? When?
Ben, what's wrong?
I'll be right there. Laurie's having spontaneous contraction. She's bleeding again.
Oh, no.
Miss Davidson, why don't you go with him?
Please, Lord. We've overcome so much. Please don't take this baby now.